saw there was that action in the first half where he normally would have gone by himself. But you can see that he's scanning, he's looking, and then he's trying to take on his player. Okay, it's about adaptation, right? The evolution of him as a player now going from a more team relied on his actions to, well, his actions have to resemble what the team is requiring. So Vinicius, on that regard, is starting to show growth. I would like to see that throughout the season, even going back to the Club World Cup, he did show that he's willing to adjust. It's just that adjustment is taking longer. I think that all of the media talk, everything is kind of overblown because of the fact that, like we're 7 games into this season, like nothing has been set in stone. And there are cases and times when X player is going to be more equipped. Like I did agree with Rodrigo starting the Marseille game, for example, which turned out to be for the better as for those minutes on. But here, Vinicius, I tweeted before the game, he was platformed the best. He had a wide runner in Fran, and he had Franco and Mbappe, who really is doing a great job running on the channels.
Yep.
Arda is also doing a great player to always be a presence, to receive the ball, play it out. So Vinicius was platformed in a place where it felt that the coach, at least for tonight, Alonso in this case, went like, okay, I'm going to platform you. I really want to see what you're going to give to me. It felt that type of lineup. I'm not saying that Alonso actually did say that to him, but the lineup itself, the setup itself just screamed like, okay, I put Vinicius on the best possible spot that he can be. How much is he going to give me back? And or the shot comes off a Vinicius pass, right? Then the second shot on goal is a Vinicius long shot. Then it's another Vinicius shot, right?
Yep.
So his volume is increasing. Like as an attacker or as a coach, I want to say, if I see my attacker is not generating enough shots, which Vinicius clearly wasn't on previous games, I would be a little bit concerned, right? Today here, Vinicius did show that, okay, I can do the rest. I can be more associated with my teammates, but I can also pick my spots where I feel that the shot is a better option than a pass. It's more of like on that Mbappe trademark, where if he feels that his shot is going to give the team a better chance of scoring than passing the ball across, he's going to take that. And Vinicius today felt the exact same way.
Yeah, and long-time listeners of the show or just loyal listeners, that we've expected some growing pains for Vinicius from day one. The same reason he flourished under Carlos so quickly, it's just his game has always been more adapted to the helter-skelter, use your intuition and innate body creativity. Don't think, just do. And he's always been about doing without thinking. And it's nice. And I think it's just a different part of your brain. I do want to maybe write something about this someday. It's just different parts of your brain, because a lot of the actions when they're shooting, these players aren't thinking. So to tell them, hey, think before you take your man on, to get to the point where that thinking happens instantly and isn't something that looks dumb, like where you freeze on the pitch, where you look disconnected, that is what you need game after game for. To be honest, I could see this continuing for 3 months and I would have still kind of held on to some of my belief that Vinicius will figure it out, because I personally think it's a 3 to 8 month process. It was a 4-year process under Carlo, to be there. And so I don't think habits change quickly. And that's also why I found the talk about Vinny's camp and Alonso stuff very, very overblown, because it felt opportunistic. It's like you're in the middle of a contract negotiation and you're adjusting system at the same time. It's like, no matter what, when you're one of the best in the world, there will be some tension. But I just feel like it wasn't coming from any very official channel, to be honest. I just felt like it was very overblown, because it wasn't like an athletic report saying Vinicius' camp is unhappy. It felt like someone's being passive aggressive somewhere, and it's all going to blow over. That's my honest take. People were DMing us asking in fear, is he leaving? And I'm telling you, I'm not.
I actually got that too. I got a few DMs of, what do you think about this? Do you think that this is true?
So
it's a clear media thing taking advantage of a situation, because there was a clip of Vinicius getting consolidated by Thibaut because Alonso made him aware that he was getting subbed off. Look, when you're a top player, it's never fun to be told that, okay, I'm going off, right? Vinicius' reaction is just a normal player at that level reaction. That's how I take it. I don't think it should be seen as more, or I don't think it should be seen as less.
I think Vinny wears his heart on his sleeve the same way he does. Like today, he got like a foul when he dragged his hand past the defender, knocked him over, and then he was arguing with the ref. That's just who Vinny is. He wears his heart on his
Right?
sleeve.
He's
That's who he is.
emotional.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, right? Just imagine you have been like, not to say the face, but kind of like the face of at least the system for a while now. And now everything is just kind of shifting. Other players are probably leaping you in adjustments because you're so used, as you say, to different habits compared to these players. Like, for example, I got a question which was why Mbappe has adapted this quickly under Alonso while Vini is struggling so much. And the answer is that Mbappe is coming with a lot more positional coaching than Vini was. Vini's, if you really want to count, only real touch to this was under Zidane, which again was very different, and Vini was very young. Then under Ancelotti, it was way more of exactly what you said before. So it's not as easy to adjust when you're coming from one environment no matter what. It didn't matter what system we were trying to play, what we were trying to do. Vini had one job: get us as close to the goal as possible every single time you have the ball. That's not the case anymore. Now the team needs to get the ball there. They need to work in cohesion. They need to be together. They need to know where each other are, how the moves are playing, how the patterns are actually being used. So he needs to think. And maybe his thinking is just taking a little bit longer, which is leading to bad decisions.
Oh, it will, because it's
performances.
not at the state of unconscious competence. That's what I try to tell people. When you're learning something and you execute it and you're not at the stage where it's unconsciously drilled, it will look very awkward when you're trying to execute it against professionals who like they know they can see you thinking and they're just laughing. Like the defender's coming at you while you're thinking. You don't have time to think on the pitch. You don't have time to learn either, which is why there's so much media scrutiny. But with that being said, we've won 7 in a row. We've bought time to learn. And on that note, because you mentioned it, and I think we might as well bring it up. There are some rumors from some pretty underrated Real Madrid sources suggesting, like ones that are pretty reliable, suggesting that Vinicius has already extended to 2031. Real Season NT, one of the most premier Real Madrid sources right now on Twitter. A lot of very credible people subscribe even to them and keep up with their news, has said that Vinicius has extended. Loconte, what you think that's for sure? You think that's likely happening behind the scenes?
I mean, no don't claim sources here, right? But I did ask some, and it's already confirmed that Vinicius' camp yesterday was actually in Madrid to negotiate. His agents, at the very least, were there. So I think that's happened. Like every single time when we have seen a controversy with Vinicius happen, we've seen Vinicius react in a way where he kind of shuts it off, like let it be a changing profile picture on social media or posting a little bit more pictures or maybe a tweet. Whichever way we have seen that, I think that Vini is committed to Madrid. We have a full breakdown of this whole situation, right? But ultimately, my read on it is that he did indeed agree to the extension. We don't know the numbers. We just know the years. It's 2030 plus one, which I'm assuming that on NBA terms is probably a team option, right? Whether that gets triggered or not. And I think there's going to be a wage bump.
I feel like that would be a player option, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't see why we'd have a team option.
It's a team option, usually, whether it gets triggered or not. So